Okay, so I've got Curious George playing in the background, and I'm sitting outside of my Weight Watchers meeting, and holy cow, are your meetings so packed? And do you have to wait in line to weigh? Yeah, it's like almost to standing room only, and I think that's great. I think it's great that a lot of people are joining Weight Watchers. So, I feel like overall I had a really good week. Most days I did not need to go over on my points plus for hunger. In fact, a lot of days I just kind of got in my routine where I'd have 7 points for breakfast, 7 points for lunch, and then I would have my yogurt snack, and then I would have my dinner. And comparing it to the smart points, most of the days I was right on 33, about 33 of the points plus, and that was about 40, 42 of the smart points. And I've got some conflict. This change has been hard for me because a lot of the proteins that are super low point nows, like salmon and tilapia and chicken, I don't eat a lot of those proteins, and it's because I usually just choose grass-fed beef, and grass-fed beef is like 2 or 3 times the amount of points. But eggs are the same, and a lot of things that I eat aside from fat and protein are exactly the same. Like the vegetables, the fruits, those all stayed the same. Peanut butter stayed the same. So like my avocado and egg breakfast, it's the same smart points, it's the same points plus. So it's been really interesting to double track, and this week I am going to continue to double track, and I'm just gonna keep doing this for about another 2 or 3 weeks, and then I feel like I'll have a really good sense about how different the two programs are and which one I really feel like I can do for the rest of my life. So this was a great week on the scale. I was down 4 pounds. Now mind you, I gained 4.2 last week. So I'm just really relieved to have all but 2 ounces, or 0.2 on vacation, so I've lost all but 0.2 pounds. And I'm really excited about that. I was a little bit disappointed because I pulled out my weight record and I looked back to 3 months ago in December, and I'm down about 8 pounds since December, and that is 3 months or 12 weeks. So I've always been kind of a slow loser, and then I kind of like stopped losing on Weight Watchers for about 6 months, and that was partially just for whatever reason I just wasn't losing following the program, and I think that the vacations were throwing me off more than I was giving them credit. So I went for a stretch for about 6 months where I didn't lose anything. And so I'm really glad that I am still losing. I'm really excited about that, but I am kind of bummed that I kind of let myself take, February was kind of a little bit like, you know, just a little bit. Then I gained some on vacation, then I've had to take that week to take it back off. And so those things just happen in the journey, and they've always happened for me in my journey. And I just have to accept that I'm just a little bit of a slower loser, but I'm still losing. So that's really, really encouraging. Ever since I switched to a more low carb, full fat way of eating, it's really been working for me. One other thing that I have been just kind of mulling over in my head is dairy. So the reason that I'm considering cutting back, if not cutting out, dairy is because I've mentioned in some other videos a long time ago that I attended a Hashimoto's Institute, And I have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease that attacks your thyroid, and it causes a lot of inflammation throughout the body. And I listen to hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and the two takeaways, like the most important takeaways, are cut out gluten and cut out dairy. And it took me a year to decide to go gluten-free and cut out wheat, and that has been fine. I don't eat wheat, except for, I know that there's been a couple times where it's been in some things that I ate without knowing. So I've been wheat-free for 5 months, and I have not been sick once this winter. And I used to get chronic sinus infections. I'm talking in the course of like a winter, I would miss so much work and have to cancel piano students all the time because I would get sick so much. And I haven't even had one cold this year. It's like, that's probably the most noticeable benefit. But anyway, I'm gonna go back and listen to the Hashimoto's Institute lectures about dairy and why it's recommended by everybody from all disciplines to go gluten-free and dairy-free. And with the gluten-free, you know, if there are some rare occasions where I might want a treat, like you saw in the What I Ate video this week, I had some gluten-free bread. I don't have that daily. I will have that maybe once a week, sometimes once a month. I'm not replacing wheat with a lot of gluten-free items because I'm not eating a lot of grains. If I am eating a carbohydrate, I'm trying to get it in the form of fruit or yogurt, or that's pretty much most of the time where my carbs are coming from. And then I will have some sugar in a treat, which is a carbohydrate, the least good kind for you. But anyway, I gotta think about it. You know, as I get a little bit further along in the process and kind of get used to one way of eating, then I have to think, okay, well, what's next? And I'm not one who jumps in and just like makes big changes right away. Like, it's a really thoughtful process for me, and I have to really ask myself why I would cut something out. So I eat a lot of dairy, and I just, for my own personal health, I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with dairy whatsoever, but for my autoimmune disease, it's kind of been in the back of my mind, okay, Steph, you cut out the wheat, but you never cut out the dairy. Like, what if you feel that much better cutting out wheat? Like, I didn't think I would even notice cutting out wheat, and the side effects have been absolutely incredible for me. So then I keep thinking, well, if I'm feeling this good without wheat, what if there is something in the dairy for me that is like causing side effects that I'm not even aware of because I haven't cut it out. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I had a great week. I achieved all of my goals of tracking every day. Even on the days that I went over, I did my exercises for the Chalene Extreme. I got through all of her workouts, plus on the 2 rest days, I exercised at home and I went bike riding, and so feeling really good. I'm feeling like Wonderland by July. Like, I feel like it's possible, and that's really exciting to me. In fact, today I needed to do some laundry. I went to like pull out some pants, and I had some shorts that I bought at Old Navy probably about a year ago, size 16, and they didn't fit. In fact, when I pulled them out, I had a rubber band around the buttonhole that was like, because I had tried them on and I had to use a rubber band, kind of like what pregnant ladies do to put the rubber band over the button for the buttonhole, and they just zipped right up. I can't believe size 16 fits me in shorts at Old Navy. Anyway, my phone's gonna like totally blow up if I keep recording, so hope you have a great week. Love you so much, and I will see you next video.